We are back on the Ningaloo, and this time with our new caravan Alice in tow. This year has started off with a bang, arriving back to the Ningaloo, what feels like our second home. We have been busy exploring our backyard again, getting out the tinny when the wind behaves, tackling our first ever cyclone, and getting a little bit stuck.
Yeah, are you ready?
Yep.
Alright, I'll probably send it reasonably hard through that first bit.
Yeah, let's see how you go.
It's at a spot that we have been to so many times and never been bogged, but there's a cyclone here about a week ago, and I'm pretty sure, you can see the water just there, I'm pretty sure this was like literally an actual crossing. It's not usually a crossing, so it's very wet sand, but at the very start it's just like boggy, soft sand. It's not compacted, it's just all loose sand on the top that's been kind of blown on to the track. So yeah, we didn't really film much of it because we were a bit bogged at the start, but we're through the other side. We're on our way to Windabandy, which we're so excited about. How are we going, Zane?
Hot sweaty, let's go.
Alrighty. Well, that was a shamble.
Shit show is the word.
I can't film those situations, it's just too much. It's too much going on.
When you're in the middle of the track.
Yeah, we're covered in sand. There was this like, we were kind of a bit like, oh dear.
Action.
Okay. Hello.
Check, mic, 1, 2. Hello everyone.
Oh, what's on my face?
Don't know.
Sorry, it's taken a little bit, but thought we'd kind of focus this episode on working on the road. We do a little bit of that whilst we travel around Australia. We've done a few different work stints, and we're currently in one at the moment, which you wouldn't believe being here, but we're on our days off at the moment.
This is our weekend spot.
The reality is Zane has work tomorrow.
But this is our backyard for tonight, so that's all you got to think
So
about.
we thought we would give you any tips and tricks and just our experience finding work on the road. A lot of people probably don't have to work on the road, and that is a dream. But for us and the position we're in at the moment, we still need to find some work on and off. So yeah, first question really is, why the heck do we want to work whilst we're travelling and travelling Australia and enjoying life? I guess when we first left for our trip, the plans were a year. We were going to do a lap. It was going to take a year, maybe 2 years. We're now in our second year and have no kind of plans on.
This is the third year.
Oh yeah,
This
it is
into
actually.
your third year.
We're not planning on stopping anytime soon, and yeah, Yeah, I think for us, we always left with the plan of wanting to find work. We wanted that working on the road experience. And
broadening our horizons, I think, is,
and just trying things that we probably would never have tried if we were still at home in our, you know, usual jobs. So we actually wanted to like push ourselves out of our comfort zone to try some new things, because it's easier to try things when you're not in your like home element. You don't know anyone, so it doesn't really matter.
Like you're already out of your comfort zone, so you might as well just keep going with that, like roll with it, like 100%. Try something that you're in a place that you don't know, so you might as well do something that you don't know as well. Yeah, so I think, we always had that in mind, and I guess now that we're traveling, we're a couple years in, obviously it costs money to travel Australia. You still have your car and your van, your boat, insurances, you've got maintenance, you've got regos, food and fuel are like still expensive. Cost of living is just gone through the roof over the last few years, as everyone would know. All those expenses are still there whilst we're traveling. Seeing kind of your bank account just go negative. So if you want to go out for dinner, splurge and go and do experiences and things like that, like obviously that costs money. Getting some work, you can actually find that balance. Yeah, 100%. We knew if we were working, even if it was for a month, that would just give us a little top up. Enjoy. We're gonna go to a pub, we're gonna have a few beers. Geez, we've got a rubber arm though. Like someone says a whalebone pizza and a couple of beers. Jeez. And by no means do we go out every single night and spend hundreds of dollars. We're very good with what we buy. Look for everything that's on special. If someone's gonna go out a date like tomorrow, it's like, buy it, it's on sale, put it in the freezer. It's all a balance, and like you definitely learn as you go what kind of works and what doesn't work. Where was I going with that? I forget. We hit the road, I think it was like... It wasn't a massive amount. We always said, like, we always were gonna work. So that's why we weren't worried about with what we were leaving with. Yeah, if you are looking to actually hit the road and you're trying to save massively and you're saving this big number to obviously always have enough money for if something breaks or whatever, or an emergency. But yeah, don't be afraid to just hit the road. Find some work on the road and keep your travels going. Like you don't have to save this huge number. You can make a quick buck. You can make a quick, if you're all of a sudden get... I don't know why I found that. Quick buck. Anyway, there's lots of ways you can make money on the road. There's lots of ways. Another reason why we do want to work while we're traveling, it's as I was touching on before, like the experience that you get when you stop for work. You're stopped in a spot for, you know, sometimes it's a month, sometimes it's 2 months, and the relationships you form with people you're meeting at work or in the community, you're getting to know the place so much more than you would ever see it if you were just camping there for a week or so. We've found coming back to those towns, like even Exmouth is a town we worked a little. Coming back to this place, it really does feel like a second home in a way now. Go down the street and you say g'day. Sort of feel a part of the community in that, like, that respect. It's like, I don't know. We ran out of charge. We ran out of battery. Camera, but I told Casey, I'm going to put this one out there, 20% on a battery, and Casey's like, no, it'll be right for like an hour. It's fine. Nah, that's my anxiety, mate. Oh, it's fine. We've got another couple batteries, so we should be anyway, right. All right, next question that we've been asked is, what jobs have we had or done on the road? By trade, I'm a plumber. On the road so far, what have we done? Plumbing down in Perth with a good mate of mine. Him for, what was it, 6 weeks or so? I think it was 8 weeks or... We were living in Fremantle. It was awesome, like wicked spot. We were a street behind the bloody prison, so it was like a quick walk down to the markets. Awesome location. Next stop of work was up in Broome. Yes. I worked as a groundskeeper at a school, so I was mowing lawns, doing gardening, bin run. We had this one mower, and it was this stupidly cool thing. It had like this beautiful catcher on it. I've got to explain it. People might want to know. You could cut the grass in increments of 1 mil. Right, let's move on. Anyway, Casey's telling me off. And then my last job was at Ballera Station, doing everything. You name it, we did it. Have a video which will pop. Oh yeah, is it there? Somewhere here. Right. Not sure. No. There. Right here. But yeah, we'll pop that in this video if you haven't seen it. 6 or 7 months working there. That was our biggest stint of work. So cool. Watch the video, you'll find out. Bins, moo cows, burgers. Probably not a good mix to say, but anyways. Now I'm, this is a weird one. Bottle shop attendant. You need beers, come and see me.
He's your man.
Come and see me down at the bottle shop. I'll hook you up. Cold beers.
For my job, nurse by trade, worked back at home in an ICU for 6 years. So I've done all the bloody extra study and yeah, spent a long time doing that. Ended up getting metro shifts in Perth, which was pretty cool. So picked up a few weekend shifts there, which was really good to save some money. And then through the week, I actually picked up a GP practice nurse position. They were the most beautiful clinic, and yeah, that was amazing. My second bit of work was working at Broome Hospital, which was my first agency contract. So that was a 2-month contract, which we extended an extra week or two, I think, on top of that. So I was working in the ED, or the emergency department, and the high dependency unit there. And I hadn't done emergency before, so that was something different to what I was used to. So for me, I learnt so much and yeah, met an awesome bunch of people. There's probably a few nurses out there that are traveling. Probably honestly do a whole nother video related to agency contracts and finding nursing related work, because it is a little bit of a maze to navigate. A lot of checks, and every single state is going to be different, and I'm going to find when we eventually go to NT in Queensland, I'd love to get some work eventually there, but that's going to be a challenge again, because it's a whole nother ball game of paperwork and checks and requirements. So anyway, so yeah, did Broome. Zane was saying before we headed back down south, just managed to score an agency contract at the Exmouth Hospital for a month. Then we did Ballara, as Zane was explaining before. Other little bit of work that we've done probably in the last year or so is content creation. So whether that's being UGC or yeah, posting on our own social media page as well, with partnerships. Zano is a fantastic content creation model.
Wicked model. If anyone needs a model, feel free, send us a message. I'm not too expensive.
Your goal for this year was to get better behind the camera. How has that gone?
Well, what are we at? We're filming this on the 4th of February.
Hasn't picked up a camera.
I took 3 photos so far.
So before we give you our tips and tricks about finding a job, I thought we'd just kind of go over some of the misconceptions of working on the road and covering some of that.
Keeping in mind, this is
our experience. Misconceptions. So we were told before we left, we'll never be short of work. It's so easy to find work. It'll just come at you, kind of thing.
Which I think it is semi-true to an extent.
Yes.
There's heaps of work out there, don't get us wrong. And I know obviously people have different experiences.
Some people are really lucky.
And other people know people as well. Sometimes it can be more difficult. There are things like peak seasons, off seasons, like you're always going to be looking. Location is a massive one. The more remote you are, yes, there might be more jobs, but sometimes those jobs might be more hard to secure because they want someone that's just not going to be around for a month or two. They want a 6 to 12 month contract. You might pull up thinking, sweet, gonna grab 4 weeks work, gonna knuckle down, make some money and keep going. Yes, it sounds perfect and I wish that's how it was.
And sometimes it is. Like sometimes you can pick up a short stint that's really short and be on your way.
But if you can't, that's what you've got to be open. You've got to be open to the idea that you might not be able to get work in the towns you necessarily want to stay in. You'll be open to whatever is available.
Can be harder to find work 100%. When it is in the off season places sometimes, because a lot of places close. In the peak season, you also have a lot of competition.
There's a big group of people that are trying to stay in town.
It is a juggle, and every job's going to be different, and be really open about what your expectations are. Sorry, we're just rambling, but the main 100%. Summary of that was just, it is a little bit more work sometimes to secure certain jobs in certain places.
You're not guaranteed work everywhere you go.
It doesn't fall into your lap. At times it's fallen into our lap. At other times it actually hasn't fallen into our lap at all. We've had to wait a little bit, and we're in this limbo, like, do we move on, do we stay and keep trying, or so you just have to be open to that too. Actually finding a job, how do we do it, what kind of sources have we used, and what has helped us? I think I would say word of mouth. Everyone always says that, but word of mouth is always really good. Zane's groundskeeper job in Broome. That was from word of mouth, really, from some family friends that we knew. The other thing is checking like local Facebook groups and community pages. You just never know, like things are popping up all the time. The other thing would be like job application websites and stuff like that.
Sometimes community notice boards as well. In your local supermarkets and stuff, or out the front of supermarkets, got their little community board. Heaps of people will put little flyers up saying, oh, I need someone to help out for 2 or 3 days. Have a look at them. You never know what you're going to find. Like there might be big jobs on there might be little jobs that you buy for a week.
So nursing related, I get my work through an agency. Each week there's a big email list of all the different vacancies for each state. Or other really good Facebook groups are the Working on the Road Australia. The station one too, there's the station.
There's Station Work Australia.
That's right, yeah.
Again, just if you search work, Australian work, 100%. You'll find something. Geez, there's ones that say
so many groups.
Backpacker jobs.
Out there that
just keep your eye open. If you're looking for work, keep your eye open. You'll more than likely see something.
Then that leads us on to now accommodation.
With your work, you're lucky. They will sometimes give you somewhere to live or subsidise somewhere. Not every job will do that. Some will.
Certain jobs are not going to offer that. Always ask. It's not going to hurt to ask, I think.
Worst they can say is no. Be prepared the way that rent is. You might absolutely be paying a fortune and it might not be worth your while.
Some places are very, very difficult for accommodation as well at the smaller towns.
If you just want to be in a town for a period of time, keep your eye out for like house sits. Heaps of people over summer periods of places will want to go away.
Yeah.
Keep an ear out. What's the website?
Someone on our travels told us about, it's called Mind a Home. If you just search that, it'll come up. And it's I think it's $99 for, like a yearly membership kind of thing. People upload their house for house sitting and pet sitting. The little lizard just walked past.
Hey, come in.
We've house sit a few times. Actually able to stay in the town
longer than we want.
Longer than what we thought. We want to experience and enjoy the area.
Welcome back. We're on our 3rd battery. Sorry about the 3 different camera angles that you're going to be given.
So
that's it.
I think in summary, we have absolutely loved working on the road. Our goal always in life is work-life balance. When we were working at home,
it was try and get work-life balance.
Yeah, we were always on our days off, going camping, making the most of this life we're given. And I think now that we've made this kind of a bit more of a lifestyle and we're definitely going to be doing this for a few more years. Living these work stints, we feel like we have the best balance. Like this is our backyard right now.
So you'll go to work, say let's go to work for 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Then you start your travels again for say, you're going on a holiday again. You're starting fresh. It's awesome. And every location's different. Every work's going to be slightly different. You're in a different area, a different place. You're learning the areas, you're meeting new people.
Our resumes are going to be so wild.
14 pages.
Yeah, I think for us, we've loved it. It's good balance for us. We're still able to travel, plus saving a little bit on the way. We're not minusing our money. We've got that reassurance always that we're
living the life that we're happy with.
Yeah,
Simple as that.
I think it's really healthy to actually try something out of what you're comfortable with and what you're used to, and really given me a lot of confidence. And to know that we could go anywhere and just find some work, which is really cool. So yeah, highly recommend it. And yeah, I guess that was the goal of this video, was just to kind of give you an insight into what our experience has been.
And we're just spitballing the things that we've learnt and now know from travelling and working on the road.
So that's all from us now. We're going to go enjoy the rest of our days off at Windabandy, cook up some dinner, and we will see you all real soon.